Advocate here to show you the US magazine's disc number 10. Released in July 1998 alongside issue 10 of the official US PlayStation magazine. There are 7 playable demos and 3 video previews on this disc. We'll be seeing a lot of racing and platforming on here, so let's get to it with the first demo.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, go!
This is the demo for Speed Racer. Based on the anime, this is an arcade racer not unlike games such as Daytona USA. You race using the Mach 5 car from the anime, including the use of all the gadgets from the car. The game expects you to utilize the gadgets to take shortcuts, like cutting down trees or driving underwater. The performance of the car is decent, and the steering feels pretty good for an arcade racer. Reviews on release were mostly negative. Critics hated the game, calling it a bare-bones arcade racing game that barely did anything to stand out, with many considering it a poor man's clone of Ridge Racer. There is one 2-lapped race in the demo.
Don't worry about your ranking.
Hey, we finally get a demo for Blasto. The evil alien boss wants to conquer Uranus and enslave space babes, so it's up to Captain Blasto to put a stop to all that. The game is a third-person action platformer. The gameplay itself is mostly just platforming, activating switches and shooting enemies. Possibly the most interesting thing about this game is Captain Blasto is voiced by Phil Hartman. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough for the game to receive mixed reviews on release. The game was considered unfair and tedious. The demo has you in episode 5. Don't forget that Blasto has a jetpack, like I did.
Yum yum. You'll pay for that. Ow.
here it is, the demo for Gran Turismo. This game was hyped up immensely back then, but with all the video previews, the reviews, and finally the demo itself. Touted as the real driving simulator, this game took the world by storm with its many licensed cars to drive. The full game had you purchase cars and win races with them to earn credits to buy better cars and tune them up to win harder races. Going back to the original game, it's much more novel now, yet there's something charming about it. The demo gives you a choice of 3 cars for a 2-lap race on the Clubman stage. What's next? Ah yes, the demo for Jersey Devil. Another 3D platformer game vying to be the console's Super Mario 64 clone, although this one didn't do nearly as well as Croc did. Players control the titular Jersey Devil in an attempt to stop Dr. Narf and his army of mutated vegetables and other monsters. Narf, isn't that Pinky's catchphrase? Anyway, the game is your usual platforming fare. Roam open levels, use various moves to defeat enemies, find all kinds of collectibles. Reviews on release were pretty mixed. The game, as you might expect, was compared to other platforming games on the console, with many critics considering it stale. However, the biggest complaint the game received was regarding its camera system. The demo has a single level for you to try and explore. Moving on to the demo for the Granstream Saga. A JRPG, you control Eon in a quest to save his island from sinking. The combat is different from other JRPGs at the time in that it is real-time one-on-one battles rather than turn-based. The game also has anime-style cutscenes, and because of the time-honored rules of anime, this includes a shower scene. The demo lets you see a couple of the anime cutscenes, and it also gives you a 10-minute demo of one of the levels. There is also a combat boss challenge.
Welcome to New York.
Moving along to the demo for NBA ShootOut 98. Featuring the roster from the NBA's 1997-98 season, the only new thing this game brings is icon cutting, allowing players to control cutters, screens, and double teams. Critics could not agree on whether or not this game was better than NBA ShootOut 97, with some claiming it was the best basketball game for its time, while others claimed the gameplay was wildly unbalanced.
Defensive foul. At the line, shooting one. Sean Kemp. Out of bounds. Defensive foul. For two. Nothing but net. Shaquille O'Neal. Grant Hill.
For those of you who enjoy Metroidvania games, this next demo's for you. Tomba, or Tombi in Europe. It's about the eponymous pink-haired lad as he attempts to recover his grandfather's bracelet from an evil race of anthropomorphic pigs. Created by an ex-Capcom employee, so you might get a hint of Capcom in this game. Tomba relies on non-linear events to advance the player's progress. When Tomba interacts with a certain character or environmental element, an event may be initiated, in which Tomba is given a task to accomplish, such as overcoming an obstacle of some kind. Upon completing the event, Tomba is given adventure points, which can be used to access more events and unlock specific chests. This game is considered a cult classic, receiving positive reviews on release, being praised for its variety and non-linearity in how the events work. The demo gives you a sizable chunk of the first area. Time now for the previews. We have previews for NFL Extreme, MLB 99.
And the pitch. Blows him away.
And Tekken 3. That's the end of Disc 10. There was some good stuff, there was some bad stuff, but was any of it memorable? That's for you to decide. Thanks for watching. I got plenty more videos covering classic PlayStation demos, so go ahead and subscribe for more. Come and have a chat with us on our Discord, link in the description. On the next disc, I get to play Tekken 3, race a speedboat, and get hyped for Metal Gear Solid. I'm the Advocate. Rest in peace, Phil.